Hey everyone, I'm Jessica. I'm the creator of this channel, and today I am going to introduce you to Mr. Chris Myers. I hope I said that correctly. If I didn't, Chris, I apologize. Chris's story is extremely touching. It's extremely motivational. Parts of it are traumatic to even listen to, much less imagine that someone endured some of the things that he went through. And he wants to get his story out and he wants to help other people. I know that there are people that have anxiety and PTSD, and that's what Chris went through. And he was able to overcome those things with very non-conventional therapy. So I think this story is really important to share. I think that if you do have anxiety or PTSD and you're looking for a solution, I truly believe in the solution that Chris was able to find for himself. I'm an advocate of what he's going to tell you he did to overcome those things. So it is an important story to tell, and I wanted to put that out there because of that. Chris has no agenda. He just wants to help people, and he wants to share his message, and he knows how it feels to be in that position, and anybody else that's in that position, I believe he truly just wants to help them get out of that. So with all of that being said, I'm going to introduce you to Chris in just a moment. If you have a success story that you would like to share, please send me an email at thescienceofdeliberateCreation@gmail.com with the subject line success story, and I'll get to you as soon as I can. I have several success stories, really good ones coming up. I have tons of emails that are coming to me. So if you have something, please be patient with me and I'll get back to you when I'm able to. And with all of that being said, here's Chris's story.
I've suffered from PTSD for 18 years and addiction for 16. In September of 1999, I was just a normal college kid, going to school and working for a catering company that worked out of LA. I know that LA area very well, and I had a bad car. Car dies out, and these guys come up alongside the road and offer to help me, and needed jumper cables. So I, go back to pop open my hood, and right at that moment they hit me from right in the back of my head. I'm on the ground, they're kicking me, they're beating me, and they're telling me to get down to the side of a ravine, and my arms are up and I got this gun in the back of my head. I'm scared, and I'm telling them they can have my car keys, my wallet, whatever, they can have it. That's not what they wanted. They were laughing at me, cussing at me, ordering me around, nudging the gun in the back of me. So I get down there, and the guy really wanted me to see what his intentions were that night. So he takes his revolver gun, takes a bullet, throws it in the chamber, spins it, makes sure as I see it, puts it right to my head, and fires. And as soon as somebody does that to you, instantly I thought I was dead for a minute. I didn't know where I was, and I snap out of that, and I said, okay, I'm still here. And then he kept doing that, and then eventually he thought it'd be funny for me to do it on myself. And they had another guy that was already in their car with him. They brought him out. He was tape bound, and so they wanted us to do it on each other. And another guy's off holding the gun, and every time that the gun didn't work, they'd make sure we see it, stick it in the chamber, spin it, and we do it to each other. And eventually the gun goes off, and I can tell you that the other person didn't make it, and the night goes on. And so eventually, as the night goes on, I finally am able to get out of that situation physically, but mentally I'm totally messed up. I don't know what I'm gonna do. I'm driving home, I'm puking. It's just everything that I thought I was gonna do. I had goals and aspirations to finish school, become something, and my mind totally changed that night. I thought I was a worthless piece of crap. Just somebody that, how could I do that? Why would I do something like that? Why did I go along with this? And I was guilt-ridden, and I had nightmares, and I had cold sweats, and I suffered from all these bad negative thoughts. And so I started continuously believing this about myself, and it became a way of life. And I suffered from many nightmares. I slept on the floor for many years. I didn't like people around me. Couldn't sleep by windows. I slept in the closet, and I tried to continue school, and I couldn't do it. The university, the campus I was going to at the time, there was a lot of people around, there was a lot of construction going on. I couldn't concentrate on what the teachers were saying. And so I decided I need to let loose a little bit. I want to make this go away. So I thought, drinking, that would be the next thing that I could try, because I've tried it once and I didn't really like it, but I knew it relaxed me a little more, and so I started to drink, and I started to drink just to go to class, and then I passed a couple classes, but I wasn't able to actually finish them, and so my grades are going down, and then eventually I get put on probation, and then I get kicked out of there. And so I'm thinking, what am I going to do with myself? And I got to get help. I want to talk to somebody, but no, somebody has to have what exactly happened to me. I got to talk to them. So I'm going into rehabs. I'm seeing therapists. I'm seeing former vets that turned into psychiatrists, and nothing's working. I thought even getting my story out a little bit, I was still embarrassed. I didn't tell them everything that happened, but. I couldn't shake it. I couldn't work through it. So eventually I just started seeing these therapists. I go in and out of rehabs. I'm getting in trouble with the law. I got a DUI, and then years down the line, I'm always driving drunk, and I'm having these pity parties in my mind. And then eventually I get so drunk one night, I go on this high-speed chase in Los Angeles, and it's televised, and I'm all over the freeway. They got the chopper lights on me. My drunk mind, I'm thinking I'm being chased because I'm always dwelling on those guys, thinking about what happened to me that night. And I'm telling the cops that's why I ran, because I had nothing on me other than just a lot of drunken publics. And so that actually took me through LA County Jail, took me to prison, and then dealing with that life in there. A lot of, you have to get used to it, and you have to learn that life. But even getting scared into that and coming out, that didn't even change my thinking to get sober, and it didn't even help me at all with my PTSD. I was always suffering from these nightmares, and they just continued, and they continued even more so when I would go on these binge drinks. It was just horrible. And so eventually my drinking is going on and on and on for years and years, in and out of rehabs, talking to therapists, nothing's working, and I decided I was tired of living that way. I didn't want to have my life be like this anymore. Nothing was helping. I thought PTSD, it just couldn't be cured. I couldn't deal with living this way or coping with it. I didn't want to. So I was going to drink myself to death in a motel. And I called my dad to say goodbye. I wanted him to be the last voice that I heard, and I was just going to drink till I didn't wake up. That scared him enough to actually find out where I was. Nobody knew where I was. I had a girlfriend living in the area. She brought in some cops and firefighters. They bust in the door, and they get me out of that situation. And so they bring me back to my parents' house. I'm detoxing for 2 weeks. I'm sweating. I'm shaking. I can't even drink a glass of water without it quivering like that. And I'm throwing up all the time. And I'm not knowing what I'm going to do. I don't want to live like this anymore. I just want to get on my next binge and have my pity party again and just end it. But my parents didn't see it that way, and we got introduced to this miracle place called the Theta Wellness Center in Sandy. It's run by Mike Simpson, and he had actually a new approach on how to handle the situation. He did it through NLP and hypnotherapy. And NLP is an acronym for Neuro-Linguistic Programming, and basically what it does is it doesn't set limits on what you can truly believe in your mind. It changes and rewires the neurons that are firing in your brain to think in a different way. So, because like I said, for 18 years, I was thinking that I was just this worthless person that didn't deserve to be happy, and that just deserved to be this guilt-ridden bum and just washed away from existence. And when I truly believed that, I was really slowly becoming that. And enough to where I even wanted to take myself out and not be a part of life anymore. But Mike was able to change the way that I thought about myself. And so what he did was he went deep into my subconscious mind through his hypnotherapy combined with the NLP, and we faced my problem head on. We got to the root of my problem, and I was able to actually accept what happened to me. He guided me. He didn't tell me how to believe. A lot of people were telling me that I should be able to get over it. Just it wasn't your fault, and I never truly believed that. I didn't, it just didn't resonate with me. But through this, he guided me through a way to where it was okay, and I was, in my mind, I was actually creating the situation of how I accepted things, and how this person that night that didn't make it was going to be a part of my life. And I always thought he died in vain, and that's not going to be the case. He's going to be a part of my life, and we accepted each other. Even in one of my hypno sessions, I even saw a better version of myself that came through this doorway, and it was like that was the person that I was always attaining to be. And so when he came through the doorway, it was me looking at me, but he was in a better light, and I wanted that. He embraced me. We embraced each other, and we became whole. And it was along with this person that was with me that he was in the doorway too through my hypno sessions. I know it sounds a little confusing. There's a lot that can go into it, but I'm here to offer you hope that PTSD. It can be cured. I am cured from my PTSD. I no longer suffer from nightmares. I don't have my pity parties where I'm drinking all the time to where I can't accomplish any daily tasks in life. I found that I have purpose. I have reason to get up. I have reason to go out there. And just like now, like a year ago, I wouldn't be able to share this story with you. I wouldn't be able to get this out because I was so ashamed of who I was. But now I've embraced it, and I found my purpose. And all I want to do is just give you a new way, offer a new approach that NLP and hypnotherapy can actually work. You can cure yourself from I personally can say that I have been cured from PTSD, and I don't suffer from the nightmares anymore. And if you want to like ask me any questions, because I do know what it's like to be in that suicidal mind frame and what it's like to be thinking that you're worthless, and then flipping the script just like that to where it's like I look through a different set of eyes now. I can see myself differently in like a better light. And like I said, I found my purpose, and I really just want to share this message with you. I have links below. You can contact me through email. I will answer you back. I'm very passionate about this. I just want to get this message across and just get it out there. So anybody who, if it's you or anybody that you know is suffering, hit me up. I'll talk to you. I'll write back. I'll do whatever it takes to, because I really truly believe that nobody should have to be in this mind frame to think this way. You can change the way you think about yourself. So contact me, links below, and I look forward to talking with you people in the future.